And here we go again. Some time ago a friend of mine asked what happened to the sidebar in Windows. And I said, why, it's Windows 10 doesn't support it, and Windows 10 don't want to support the gadgets that went on the sidebar either, so there is no sidebar in Windows 10. Oh, she says, I'm really sad about that, because I used to have a lot of gadgets I used to enjoy on the side of the screen. I said, well, don't be dismayed, because there are programs around that will replace it. So let's show her how to get these. I went onto the internet, which is always a good start when you want to download a program. There we go, onto the internet. A bit slow today, don't know why, but never mind, it is. And I did a search for, we'll do Windows gadgets. In fact, I looked at it before, so Windows desktop gadgets for Windows 10. Gadgets have been discontinued. Okay then, so we need to revive them. So if we put let me just delete that and put gadgets revived. Bum bum bum, and we get this particular site called gadgetsrevived.com, and in there we can actually download a sidebar, which I've done. You might be surprised to hear. I'll do it again just for the fun of it. Click the button and there it comes. Click OK and it's downloaded in less than a microsecond, I think. It's very quick on that one, because there's not a whole lot to it. It's just a sidebar, for heaven's sake. So there it is, top of the list there, desktop gadgets installer. So let's have a look at this. We'll double click on it and it says, are you sure you want to do this? We say, yeah, we want to do this. Click next. It says, what would you like? Basically, it doesn't give you many choices on this first page, so it's only 1.3 megabyte of disk space. So click next and install it. I'll just bear in mind that I have done a scan with Windows Defender and a scan with Malwarebytes onto these programs before I even considered filming them for people's use. So there we go, that's the sidebar. Apparently it is installed now. Let's have a right click on the desktop and look, we've got our gadgets back. What a surprise. Well, another little surprise is there's not exactly a lot there I want to do. You can put a clock up, double click it, there's the clock, 20 past 12. Don't really like it that much, so let's see what else. I stored a couple because I used to have these gadgets in Windows 7. So software to keep, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's actually in new install stuff under Windows 7 and 8 things. That's it, gadgets. So let's have a look, see what we've got. We've got to install, and it will show us the weather. We need to set that up. I'll do that in a moment. Iris is another one I used to like. This tells me where the earthquakes are happening in the world. Today is, that's a nice little app because it tells us what today is. And above all, the world digital clock. Now this is a digital clock as opposed to an analog face on it, and I really quite like it. So we'll close that little box. We'll go on to the, what I'm going to do is just move these out. We can get rid of that one because it's a bit boring, not as exciting as the stuff I'm putting on, that's for sure. And we'll move this stuff. I'll move that up to the top first because it looks nice, but it looks very gloomy, I think. So click on the setup bar, click the red, and look, it looks a lot brighter. But today's a nice day, so we'll make it a nice day. Next thing, we'll put the time there. Go to the there's a little arrow. Let me just close that again. Okay. If you put your mouse over this particular gadget, you get a spanner because you can adjust the works. You can get the little drag the icon around. You put it anywhere you like on your desktop, and of course you've got the close it button. So we'll click on the spanner. We can put in whatever time we want. You can actually have several of these running, so if you've got friends say in Canada or America, you can set the time zone up for them. And in fact, I'll do that in a minute just to show you how to do it. I want 24-hour display, and if it's a long name, then you need that to scroll. Anyway, that's the way it is, Thursday the 19th of October, and take your mouse away and it tells you it's 12:23 and 27 seconds. Let's just go back into the gadgets again. But because I've installed them, they're now on this list. I'll put another digital clock there. Okay, bump. Go to the setup thing. Local time, don't want it to be. What I would like to do is, I want to know what it's like in, I don't know, say California, 8 hours away. So I'll just put in here California time plus, no it's not, it's minus 8 hours. There we go. We'll save 24-hour clock and we'll scroll the name this time as well. So okay, and we see it's actually 4:24 in America at this time. It gives you your name, California time minus 8 hours, so it's right. 8 hours from 12 leaves 4:24, so that's handy. Okay, Iris, let's have a look at Iris here. Same thing, drag it to underneath and have a look at its setup details. Basically there's not a whole lot to set up in there, but if I just click on it, it will bring up Windows and it shows you the world map, and it shows you where all the earthquakes have actually happened today. The ones in red are today. If they're amber, can't see any amber ones very easily, there's one there. If they're amber like that, it means yesterday, and if they're yellow it means some time ago, basically. So in fact there's a key. The topography is today, yesterday, 2 weeks ago, and in the past 5 years, so it's quite accurate to, you know, what's happened recently. Let's click on that little icon, or that little circle I should say, and it shows us it's the North Atlantic, midway down the Atlantic. There's the Atlantic fault runs down this line. Now I click on there, it tells us exactly what happened at this particular event. There was a 5.1 magnitude earthquake, northern mid-Atlantic range, and that was on the 19th of October. That was today that happened. So what more could you need to know? You can find a lot more information out using that particular gadget. That is available from the Iris website. So let me click on here, large screen view I think. Then we go to Iris. Can we go to Iris anymore? Maybe not. Okay, so we can't. But if I type in IRIS in there, Iris interface from NASA. Again, it's a NASA product, so we know all about it. This can show us where they are. Just have a look through the pages and you will come across the this particular gadget. AccuWeather is the next one we're going to have a look at. Take a look, click on there. We want it in, there we go. Let's click on this. 7 degrees is what it is. And we don't want State College either. What we want is the name of the city, something more local. We're going to look for Mablethorpe, UK, and it shows us it there, and that will put it to the correct time. So all we do is this button here tells us how to select the weather on that, and there we are. That is the gadget bar, probably set up as good as it's going to get. I don't really need the Californian time at this moment, and it's so easy to set up and take it out. Just move that up a little, we'll move this one up a little, and there's our gadget back in place. And yeah, okay, bring back memories seeing it there. So anyway, we'll carry on. Another little thing, if you want, instead of a gadget bar, if you'd rather have a clock, I did come across a very good clock on the internet, and it was called the Aero clock, the AERO clock. There it is. Let's see what we get. Now this worried me because we can download it. Quite simple, click on the download and it tells you the Aero clock can be downloaded from the file mirror or a 64-bit one from Germany, and it will download in 5 seconds through 1 0. Here we go, download starting, click it and it should save it in a nonce, just an absolute nonce. So let's go and have a look at that one. Go to our downloads folder. Here's the Aero clock, and we click on the Aero clock, 64-bit application, and Windows will not want to run it for some reason. Don't know why. Maybe it's jealous. Maybe that's what it is, because I have scanned this with the Windows Defender, and I've scanned it with Malwarebytes, and it doesn't come up with any problems at all. Oh, come on, I don't want to check for update. Can you just move on, please? Excuse me? Thank you. That's it. Right, sorted. Thank you very much. It's got no malware tucked away inside it. Okay, let's have a look at something else. Where's the Windows Defender one? Scan with Windows Defender. And it says no threats found, 2 files scanned. You know, what more do you want? It's got nothing in it, so why would Windows not like to run it? Let's run it as administrator. More info. Run anyway. It's an unknown publisher is why. Right, so I'm going to close the download folder. I'm going to move this screen a bit, and there is our clock. Now that looks really prominent and nice. So what we can do with it, we can change the size quite considerably. We can take it down really, really small, or make it even too big to fit on the screen virtually. But yeah, if we take it to a proper size, transparency, we can make it pretty much invisible or really in your face bold. Let's have a look at some of the Halloween. Oh, sorry, that was Easter. Let's have a look at Halloween. Doing the Halloween thing. Oh, there it is. It has done it. I took my eyes off for a minute. There we are. So we can have blue ice. That's another one. Oh, we can have a blue miracle. Whoa, that's quite good. Doesn't matter which one you have. You can actually make it just visible. Start with Windows, but also always on top. Just put it in the center of the screen, and we'll close that little bar down, or rather shrink it. Let's open up the internet, because that's always good, isn't it? Look, clock is still there, so it doesn't matter where you go, what you do, and you've got the clock. You notice it straight away. You notice it's there, but it's not obnoxiously in your face. So let's have a look at Scottish. In horrifying news, researchers have discovered the mind still works after death. Well, of course. Need to know where you're going, don't you? But look, the clock is still visible. It's probably not good. A good advert worrying about death. Trump. Oh dear, but this MSN is so full of doom and gloom. Avoid cooking with this ingredient to lose weight. Oh dear. Today it's good, tomorrow it'll be bad for you. So what can we look? Here's how you can spot the glowing blue-green Uranus tonight. Okay, so there it is. Look, there it is in the sky. You look upwards. Oh, I didn't know that. So you look upwards and you can see it in the sky. But our clock is visible. We can check the time out any time. So it's very good. And there's your clock. I mean, you can move it around. You can put it wherever you like. You can have it up in the corner there. I'm not sure if we can hide. We could probably hide the taskbar somehow. No. Can't see how to do that simply. But there's our clock. You can get it to match pretty much any scheme that you've got going in Windows. If I put it sort of there, that looks absolutely wonderful. Anyway, that's it. That's our very quick video about the task or the sidebar. It doesn't have to be operated within Windows. It's fine the way it is. You may find if you do updates, it may disappear. And all you have to do is bring it back is click on the gadgets, and it should come back. If you're not happy with the gadgets it has here, and you want a few more, if you click the little button, it'll take you online, and it'll show you other gadgets you can download. Let me just click on the clocky thing, arrow clock. That's it. We don't want it always on top anymore. So there it goes, get rid of it. Look at all these gadgets. You can have battery calculator, calendar, Christmas clocks, counters and timers, fun and games, mail, multimedia network, news feeds, all the rest of it. Quite a considerable amount of stuff. Let's do something for Christmas. Here's a Christmas tree. Don't like that one much. Just a bit usual. Oh, there's a nice one. Look, we'll have that one. Click on Christmas tree. Come to the bottom of the page here, and we should have download the Christmas tree gadget. Bump. You can open it or you can save it. I always save it because if anything goes wrong you can always reinstall it. There we go. Let's go into, we'll close that as well, into the downloads folder, and we should have Christmas tree somewhere. There it is. Look. Bump. Install that gadget, smashing stuff, and there we have a Christmas tree. It's coming up that time of year, folks. Don't wish to upset anybody, but Christmases are coming. The goose is being fed almost daily. So there we go. Enjoy these downloads. I certainly have. There's more fun finding them, I think. But it's nice to have the sidebar back. It brings back memories of Windows 7. Away we go. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll put the details of those 2 sites up at the end of the demonstration. Please don't forget to subscribe to Howard L. Hall on YouTube, and that way you'll be able to come back to me when I put a new video up. That's it for now. Thanks. Bye.